Hey, what's up? Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold 4 and the Buds 2 Pro that came with this device during the pre-order period. Let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, today we have something super exciting. We have the Fold 4 as well as the Buds 2 Pro, the leather cover, and then this tempered glass screen protector from Spigen. Now, these things really aren't the focus of the video today. Today I want to talk about the Fold 4 because this just came in the mail and I'm super hyped for this phone. I know I made a video the other week basically trashing it, but I wanted to give it a fair shot because I felt like it was sort of unfair to just kind of openly walk into it and absolutely crap on this device when I haven't even held it in my hand. I had the Fold 3 before and I really liked it, but I always had concerns with the battery life, longevity of it, and then as well as durability. At least when it comes to the battery life, that has been fixed because this phone uses the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, which is really nice since it's going to be a little bit more efficient, well, a lot more efficient than the S22 Ultra, which I have here. And then as well as having, the new battery and stuff like that, there are some slight changes to the device, which is really nice to see, like a wider cover display. And then, you have increased durability in the hinge. The whole phone itself, the profile just makes a little bit more sense. So cracking open this box, let's go ahead and see. So I got the gray-green color option. I was really excited to get this color because I'm just kind of bored of having like a black phone. I've had a black phone for pretty much like the last few phones that I've owned. And the beige one looked really nice, but I don't know. I like the beige, except it just looked a little too rose gold for my taste, and I wasn't sure how I felt about having like a gold phone. I've never owned one before, so I thought this color would be a really nice color option. And yeah, so we have the phone over here. I believe in the box, oh yeah, it just popped out of the top. In the box, we should have a cable and a SIM ejector. If we don't, that's gonna be depressing. Okay, there we do. So SIM ejector tool, cable, and then that's pretty much what you get from Samsung now. You spend all this money on a foldable and you don't even get a charger in the box anymore. I see a lot of people complaining about it. At the end of the day, to me, it's not a big deal, but I can see how including like even a $20 charger at the price of this phone, it shouldn't be something that they have to think twice about. So the phone is already here. It's already like folded out. The first thing that I noticed about it before we even take it out of the wrapping is the edges are a lot different than the one on the Fold 3. The Fold used sort of like a matte black, or depending on the color that you had, a matte rounded edge, and this one is a lot sharper and sleeker. It looks more like the iPhone than it does like a Samsung, and that's what you get now on the new Fold and the new Flip. So let's go ahead and open this up. That peel. Wow, oh my God, okay. First impression holding this in the hand. This feels a lot better than what I remember the Fold 3 feeling like. I'm gonna just turn this on quickly just to get an idea for how big that cover display is, and then I'll give you a walkthrough of the device. But yeah, okay, this like the magnets in the hinge and the hinge itself feels way more like reassuring than the old one did. You can kind of feel like the heft of it when you're closing it, and it makes me feel more comfortable about this phone like long term. Because the thing about the Fold 3 is like it had a good hinge, but over time I feel like that hinge will start to weaken and not be as pronounced as it once was. So having it be like this right out of the box kind of just eases my mind a little bit when it comes to like the longevity. But you can see a better look at the edges of the phone. They're more like Apple-esque. I really like, it's like a mix between rounded and sharp edges. It's actually really nice, and for a phone that's this size, it makes a lot of sense instead of having two rounded edges, kind of just being more flat. It's really nice to see. The camera cutout, I'm not sure if it actually is bigger, but it does look bigger. I don't remember the Fold 3 being that big. Here you have one of the speakers as well as the USB-C charging port. And then you have the touch sensor for the fingerprint reader built into the power button, as well as volume up and down. I'm actually kind of happy that this is the case because with the S22 Ultra, having the power button and the volume button be at the same sort of like depth always made me press the power button when I meant to turn the volume up or down. So when I'm watching a YouTube video like late at bed at night, I always find myself locking the phone instead of turning it up or down, which is really annoying. Size comparison, the Fold isn't actually that much shorter than the S22 Ultra that I thought it was. It's not gonna be as wide. I don't wanna do this without damaging the phone, but it's not as wide, but that's the benefit of this phone is this thing is super large, right? And you always have to carry it like this. You always have it in your pocket as a really large device. And it's something that can be quite annoying because some pants that I have just don't fit this thing in the pocket or it always hangs out. So I've actually had to buy pants that have zippers on them, like jogger pants, just to make sure that this phone doesn't fall out of my pocket. Whereas with this, it being a little bit, slimmer, or not slimmer, but not as wide, will fit into more pockets, even though it is definitely a little bit thicker. I like that it's, more operable in one hand. I do have smaller hands. And then, you do get the benefit of having the larger inner display. I'm not sure why the camera is doing that. I'll have to fix that when I do an actual video on this device. But that is really nice to see. Yeah, like I was saying, first impression of the thing, it looks really good. Let's go ahead and move on now to the Buds 2 Pro, which is something that I'm low-key pretty excited about because I have the Buds 2, not these, not the Pro version, and they're all right. I had AirPods Pros before I switched to Samsung, and I wanted to get something that worked a little bit better with the phone, like the auto pairing and stuff like that. And when it came to the Buds 2, I just felt like the transparency mode, the noise canceling, and just the overall sound quality was not as good and didn't really compare to some of the other stuff that I've tried before. So I'm really excited to give these a shot. These came free as part of the bonus with this pre-order. So I'm gonna open them up. Nice small box. It'd be really funny if you get a charger in this thing and not in the phone. So I'll set those aside. I believe you get some extra ear tips, or you should, because the Buds 2 did. This does not come out like it does on the other ones. It's kind of odd. Okay, so you just, oh, actually no, you do. You do get the extra ear tips, thank God. I was gonna say, okay, you just get the cable, that's kind of dumb, but no, you do get the ear tips, and then you get a Type-C to C cable, which is really nice because with the original Buds 2, you got a Type-A to USB-C, which is just super weird because at the time that the Buds were released, like USB-C was the standard for all of their phones, and having that USB-C power brick, like pretty much everyone had one in their house. So I'm not sure why they opted to do that, but so this case here is like a matte finish, which is really nice. The Buds 2 that I have are like a glossy kind of like AirPod-like case, which I honestly really hated because they're white on the outside and it just shows like a lot of scuffs and stuff. This will probably pick up more oils from the fingerprint, so there's not gonna be like a perfect situation for these, to be completely honest with you, but just at a first glance, I like this a lot more than the glossy white. It also just goes better with the other devices and stuff. The case opens and is very, very similar to the case that is on the Buds 2, but I can definitely tell that these look a little bit more comfortable. I will probably do a review on these or give an impression on them when I do a review of the Fold 4, but this is just an unboxing kind of first impression look. You have USB Type-C. These do support wireless charging, and then of course wireless power sharing, which is basically the standard across all of Samsung's devices. So getting back to these, I have a lot of stuff to check out for this phone. So if you guys are interested in watching some more content on it, I'm gonna do a deep dive of some of the accessories that I recommend for like a day-to-day use case when it comes to gaming. Pretty much everything that you could be looking out for when wanting to pick up a Fold 4, I'm gonna do my best to do some coverage on because I feel like this phone is very interesting. A lot of people, more so now than ever, are looking into foldables, and yeah, I'm super hyped to get using this and switch over from the S22 Ultra and see how I really like this phone. By the way, This is the leather case. I guess I'll just do a quick opening on this thing because I am curious as to how this is gonna fit. I did order the S Pen case. Now, the thing is, Samsung is having a really difficult time sending out everything that I've ordered. So it's not really gonna be here in time, which is why I picked up something for the time being. You do get like these sticky tabs or adhesive that we'd seen on the other Fold cases and stuff. I have heard though that this isn't adhesive, it's more just like a rubbery kind of grippy texture so that it stays on the phone better than the other ones without leaving any sort of residue. I'll take that off after I apply my screen protector and stuff like that, so I won't do it on camera. But what I can say right now is having this in my hand, it definitely feels a lot more polished than the Fold 3 did. The cases fit on it way better. They just snap on due to the edges being, you know, more squared off. And they also don't feel as thick and bulky. I actually didn't even use a front protector on the Fold because when I had it, I just felt like there was too much in the way. And this thing was super flimsy on the other cases that I tried. There was really no way around it, no way to make this phone feel good with a case on. So I always just rock the back protector. But yeah, now that this is in my hand, I actually don't see this being a problem, and I'm super excited because that was one concern that I had. When I get the S Pen case and stuff in, I'll obviously include that in videos because I'm sure people are curious about it. I've heard really good things about the S Pen on the Fold, and it makes more sense because you have a bigger canvas, you know, than you do on the S22 Ultra. Obviously, the thing is with the Fold, it's not included inside the display or inside of the phone, but if you're somebody that uses a phone like this and you need an S Pen on you, you're probably the kind of person that carries like a messenger bag with you or something. So I don't see it being that big of a problem. I honestly would rather have the S Pen on the outside of the phone than have to worry about a smaller battery or any other sort of compromises that Samsung would have to make. So I think this is a good route that they went. But yeah, that's been it for this unboxing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, just drop a like down below and show some support, and I'll see you in the next one when I do an even bigger deep dive of the Fold. And that's been it. So peace out and thank you for watching.